Hello. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. I am supposed to check in, the sign says.
Yes. Are you recording?
I am, yes, yeah.
Okay. Because we don't allow recording or anything in here.
Hey guys. She said that we're not allowed to record in here.
That's not true.
Some snacks and stuff. Oh. I will not go in there. Hello.
You need to go back that way.
No, sir.
Yes, you do.
Sir, there's sign. By looking at this, what does this mean to you?
That means you go that way.
No. It means that I can't go that way.
Means you go that way.
What's your name and badge number?
It's right there.
Hello. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. I am supposed to check in, the sign says.
Yes. What do you need?
I just want to see what services you guys offer here and kind of just take a look around and kind of show people what services are still open to the public during COVID and stuff like that.
Are you with somebody or?
Yeah, I'm with myself.
Okay. Are you recording?
I am, yes, yeah.
Okay. Because we don't allow recording or anything in here.
Okay, you guys can record me if you want, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's not about that. So
Oh, okay.
one moment, please.
Sure, thank you. Hey guys. She said that we're not allowed to record in here.
That's not true.
But I told her it's okay. I think she's going to get somebody. I did. I don't know what happens. I'm just hanging out. Some snacks and stuff. Oops. Huh?
I should have left my phone in the car.
I told you guys.
I might go throw it back in there. I think I will, actually. I don't need to be here. I'm going to be here for a while.
What's happening?
Oh, no, I was just asking if I...
Oh, okay. Oh. I will not go in there. Wrong way, do not enter.
Don't think she ever stopped it, because don't look like she stopped it. Yeah, see.
Hey, the cops are coming. Just a heads up.
And then that door is open, and that shouldn't be.
Hello.
You need to go back that way.
No, sir.
Yes, you do.
Sir, there's signs right there that show where photography is not allowed. Let me show you.
Back there, it's not allowed.
I'm going to show you right here. So here's a sign that would indicate that photography would be allowed outside of this. So by looking at this, what does this mean to you?
That means you go that way.
No. It means that I can't go that way.
Means you go that way.
What's your name and badge number?
It's right there.
No, that's not an answer. I'd expect an answer from you, sir. What's your name and badge number?
That way. You see the sign?
Yeah, I'm not going to go that way.
No films. No down the hallway.
Sir, really? Come
Really?
on. The sign's right there. Clearly means I cannot go in there, which I would not go in there. I don't break the law.
Right. That way.
I'm not going that way,
There's
sir.
another guy that way.
There's a sign right here that says you can't go that way, which is fine, and I didn't want to go that way, but they're saying we can't be in here at all.
No, because there are people taking care of personal business right here.
Are you talking about like HIPAA stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then that's on you and that's on them. That's their responsibility. Have you read HIPAA yet?
Since COVID, they had to move everything out here.
Yep.
They actually, that's on them, sir. HIPAA is not on me to protect. This is a public space in a public area.
You guys doing services here?
I am doing services. I'm not required to answer that question to you at all.
Are you taking care of any paperwork here?
I'm not required to answer that question from you at all. Then you can take off. Have a good day, sir. You're dismissed.
Bye.
Bye. I'm not going to argue with you. We're not going to have court here in this building. I'm in a public area. I'm doing
This is not a public area.
This is 100% a publicly accessible area. Oh, you mean right here? So you're saying I can stand right here? Because now I'm not in a. So I'm good right here, right?
This looks like a public area. I don't see any signs or anything.
I'm not going to play games with you guys. I'm sorry. What's your name and badge number?
Deputy Thurman.
Thank you. $12.99? Thank you. Do you want to start over again so we can have a good conversation?
Here's what I will say. With COVID going on,
Sure.
everything has changed. I understand.
The Constitution didn't, though, sir.
You're
No.
right.
There is no change to that.
Absolutely right.
And I still know the Constitution, I know the case law, and I know how it works.
We're gonna have a conversation. Or
Sure.
we're gonna talk over it. I'll talk to you.
That's fair.
So, since everything's been moved out here, now there's the new privacy stuff. I get that it's not posted. I understand that.
Okay.
However, with COVID, unless you are handling business here, financial stuff, medical, or whatever, we're not allowing people in the building.
So COVID
Okay.
changes the Constitution.
No. So here's the thing. If that were the case, so let me explain a couple things to you, because a reasonable person in the court of law is going to see that sign that says no photography, video, or sound recording beyond this point, and they're going to say, okay, so beyond this point, which means that right here I am good to go. So your partner is making a grave mistake right now by you cannot argue. You cannot argue.
Filming beyond that point?
Correct. Anything I can see. No. Anything I can see from public. There's court rulings on this. You know that. I know you're smart.
I'm around guys like you here.
I know.
You're not the first guys to come in.
I know. I'm just the best one that's been here so far. Because I'm not the one that's going to leave. I promise you that.
I don't want to argue with you.
I don't want to argue with you either.
But when it says beyond that point,
Yep,
what does it mean to you?
It means I cannot walk through that door and film.
Well, what it means to me is you can't film beyond that.
Okay, can I ask you a question? If I'm smoking a cigarette outside, there's a thing that's on the door right there, and it says no smoke, and a little circle with the cigarette and the line going through it. That means I can't smoke in the building, right? Does it mean that I can't smoke in front of that sticker?
Yep, it means you can't smoke 25 feet in front of county buildings.
Okay, that's an ordinance. It's very specific, correct? Okay, what ordinance lists that and states that I have to be 25 feet behind that then?
Nothing.
Correct. So then I can film right here.
Filming
So what's
into the room, what's the difference?
But I can see right here.
Now, what I'm asking for...
You have to create privacy if you want it. That's the point.
What we're asking for is like a little common sense with it, right?
Sure, and I'm giving you a ton of common
I know
sense.
It's not posted.
It's not posted, correct.
Saying you
In
can't
fact,
stand out here, film past
it posts the opposite way. That sign would dictate the opposite. I'm just saying, we're having a pointless argument here, guys. You guys are being really silly. Let's not do that. And what's your name and badge number?
He won't identify, and he told me I have to call for a supervisor, and
Wait word.
it's right there.
Now I have to get within 6 feet of you in order to figure out who you are. Is that what you're telling me? Because now I don't want to approach you. You won't give me your name and badge number.
Just did.
What's your name and badge number?
Wait word. 1216.
Let's
Thank
start
you.
from the beginning.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Sergeant. Thank God. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm good. My name's Rowdy.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rachel.
We are here. Nice to meet you, Rachel. What's your last name and badge number?
Meeting, and I believe it's 1317.
Outstanding.
13, I always remember.
Well, you might want to tell your sergeant that then before you start correcting people. Why don't you keep it down, sir?
Stop. Just talk to me.
I know, but he's got a real attitude problem.
matter.
It does matter.
We're starting fresh here now.
Okay, good.
Can you excuse him out of here?
No, can you just tell me what's going on
Yeah.
before you start excusing people? Stop. I
Hold-
want one person.
Hold on.
One
Hold
person.
on. All right, so there is a sign right here that says no photography, video, or sound recording device beyond this point. That sign then by a reasonable person in the court of law could assume that you cannot go in there recording anything, correct?
Sure.
Okay, but outside of that, one would also assume that means if I can't be in there recording, I can be out here recording.
Well, here's the deal. You can't record what's in the room, even if it's from out here, because that room's...
Incorrect. That's not true.
Okay, well, that's how we operate, and that's...
I don't care how you operate. That's okay. I operate under the Constitution and case law.
Do you want to talk to the Ramsey County Commissioners?
Sure.
And the directors?
You
Feel
can-
free to give them a call.
I will. You can send them down.
They're not in the building now. But
Great.
after-
I'm not going to have court with you right here, and I told this gentleman that before. If you want privacy, you have to create it. So there's a window there, right? Can you walk up to my vehicle and see an empty beer bottle in the back of my vehicle and say, hey, there's probable cause for me to now assess some things and see if you're drinking, right? But if I say to you, well, you shouldn't look into that window, you don't have the right to look into that window, what are you going to tell me?
Well, there's an expectation of privacy when you're driving and the whole consent of...
Correct, but you get what I'm saying, right? The reality is you could see it from public.
Listen, just let me tell you something.
Sure.
The people who come in here, they're on tough times.
I get it.
A lot of mental illness. It's common courtesy. Part of
Yeah,
it.
so here's the thing, I delete all of that before I put anything out. My focus is actually to be on the government employees and law enforcement officials.
What do you need to see today?
I need to see how you guys are going to handle this situation right now.
Okay. There's a lot of things going on at
I know.
once, and I just want one person dealing with it, which is you
Yep.
and me.
Tell me how to behave.
Well, I want to deal with
But I
him
can't.
right now,
Hey,
and
hey.
you're barking orders at me, so I
Hey.
was just asking him a question. So
I
you
just
don't need to be
need to
barking at
figure
me.
out what's gonna make you guys
Stop.
happy right now,
Chill.
so we can all move on with our day happily.
Let's get some
Right.
resolutions here. We're here to
That's
fix
what I'm
some
trying to
things.
do, okay?
We're here to
Why don't you
educate.
snap that?
Okay,
Already had him doing it.
ignore him.
You know, just,
So I was just talking to him calmly.
okay.
He's a good guy. I
know,
like him.
Talked
Okay.
about that.
All right,
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I apologize.
sure. So the people who run this building, the county manager,
Yeah.
they're the ones who came up with the signed verbiage. Do I
Sure.
necessarily agree with it? Maybe not,
Okay.
because I think there's vagueness to it, right?
True.
Okay?
True.
I try to talk to people who want to record, which, quite frankly, there's almost nobody. I think you've been in here before. A different group's been in here before.
Correct. Yep.
We try to show you guys what we can.
Sure.
We try to respect people's privacy and do the best we can because it is vague. Okay?
And that sounds wonderful. What you just said makes a whole lot of sense to me, and this whole conversation would have totally gone differently.
Okay.
Besides this
I'm
officer.
Not here to,
I get
to
that.
judge
I am
anybody's
here to
spirit.
do that, though.
I understand that. You have a right to have your opinion to it. I didn't see it, so I can't say anything about it.
I can
right
play you the videotape if you'd like.
now. I don't. No, thank you.
Okay. That's disappointing to hear that.
Well, here's the deal.
But, you know,
Everyone has a different way of dealing with things.
I don't care what different ways are. See, here's the thing, Sergeant. Here's the thing. I appreciate law enforcement. I appreciate good officers like yourself who come up and actually explain things to me.
Well,
But officers like this gentleman here are the reason that you guys are having so much grief. Because instead of de-escalating a situation, instead of trying to figure things out, he escalates, he condescends, and those kind of things. Now, whether you want to believe that or look at it or not, that's fine. The public's going to see it, and you still have to
Well,
answer for
Here's
that.
the thing. We have body cameras going.
I know, and that's
they're
wonderful.
recorded.
And that's good.
We review them.
And good.
So if there's anything, I don't need to see your video because I already have it, and we'll be looking at that.
Okay.
Fine. And here's the deal. Everyone's got a different opinion of how, some people think I'm a terrible person, I'm mean to them when I talk to them.
I don't think
I'm
you
not
are.
always. Some people do though.
That's fair.
And that's their right,
Yep.
right? So if you don't like how he talked to you, or you don't like how he talked to you, you're entitled to that opinion.
Do you have standards regarding that for your department?
To an extent, there are standards.
Do you see where I'm going with that?
Absolutely,
Okay.
but here's the deal. Someone can easily call my boss and say I did X, Y, and
True.
Z, and there's no factual basis.
And you
to
should
it.
have the right to a fair and honest investigation into whether that's true or not.
Do I think we're at that point?
I think we are, yes.
Okay.
And here's why, because and I understand this. I love good law enforcement, but we're at a point in time where we could have law enforcement kicking in our doors because we wanted to have Christmas with more than one household. So right now, what I'm doing, which I know a lot of people don't
You
like.
have to ask our opinion on that.
I know.
'cause
I'm
don't
not going
think
to.
we
I'm
wanna
not
do
going to. I'm not going to ask because I wouldn't want to put you in that position. But what I am doing right now is I'm going around and I'm testing law enforcement regarding the Constitution, because I'd rather do that out here than in my dining room.
Sure.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so I think it's fair to make sure that. And see, like this gentleman, if he came to my house, I would be terrified because I don't think he respects anyone. I think it's a badge thing for him. He's got a badge, and I think
Respectfully, I've known him for quite a long time.
first impressions are everything, right?
Sometimes. but
No,
have you
I'm
ever met-
not asking. I'm telling
Have
you.
you ever met someone on a first impression and changed their mind later?
Yes, but he hasn't given me reason to do that yet.
Maybe he doesn't have to right now. Maybe the next time you see him, maybe he will, right? That's fair. I
Sure,
think.
sure.
So the best answer I can give you, the signage is vague.
Yep.
I get that. I brought it up.
I'm not going to go in there though. I won't go in there because there's a sign.
Perfect. I I'm just telling you, we're not in a good place with it either. We don't agree with the signage, with the verbiage.
Sure.
We brought it up with property management. There's not a lot they can do. It kind of has to come from the powers that be.
Yep.
And quite frankly, that's several rows up from me, and I don't have a lot.
And
of
that's fair. And I'm not blaming you for these rules either.
Out the other night.
I'm
Well,
not.
no, it's not the sheriff's decision. It's county managers and county commissioners.
For who
This is
controls
their
this building, yeah.
So they pay us to be here. They pay the sheriff's office
Sure.
to staff us here. So this isn't a sheriff's office.
So are you acting in capacity of a sworn peace officer right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
They
So,
pay to have sworn staff in.
Sure.
Like at the courthouse, like at the LEC
Sure.
courts. all
Which
of-
means we
all those
pay.
buildings.
Which means we pay.
Yes.
Which is good.
Tax
Which
your
is,
dollars.
I'm happy
Sure.
to do so. I think it's important.
Great.
And I agree with you on some of the other concerns regarding tough times. I can tell you right now, none of us post that stuff. I have no desire to post somebody's
Really
tough
great
time.
to hear that.
But I do have a desire to see what happens. So we're going to continue to walk around, and obviously I'm not going to go past any. Next time on the Rowdy Podcast. You know, I've got to see what happens, and I've got to walk around,
Well,
and
you're basically relegated to like.
that's okay.
area
As long as this
you
gentleman knows I can do it, that's really what matters. So here's my thing. I know there's a lot of people who come out here and record, and they want to see what happens, and that's true for me too. But I want to also come to like a good and positive resolution. I mean, I guess my next question is, do we do a complaint form? What do we do in that
You can
aspect?
go online if you would like to.
So,
So were those guys in before with Bill? Were they in before with you?
He was.
Oh, you
Him
were,
and Anna.
okay. I wasn't there for that day. You were? I am
yeah.
friends.
So basically, like, I can walk around and just
It is what it is.
like film it with steady,
More cameras.
and looks really good.
I'm not disagreeing.